That's right, guys. Your eyes aren't deceiving you. I'm back in the saddle for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. The game is 2 years old. This game is 2 years old. I was looking at the playlist before I started, and I was like, oh, I started this game 2 years ago. Uh-oh. It was never my intention for it to be like this. My original plan was to have this playthrough be pretty much kind of the same as how I handled Final Fantasy 16. I've probably spoken at this before, like the last time I came back from a break of playing this game, but this was in 2024, and 2024 was like my least happy, I should say, like year of streaming. Like nothing really worked out the way I wanted it to that year, and I ended up missing a lot of streams and a lot fell behind. It was genuinely a pain. And although last year was infinitely better, the reason why I didn't get back to this game till like late November last year was just because there was so much other stuff I wanted to cover and get on top of, so it just got put on the back burner. And my intention was to not keep you guys waiting this long for the next session after the, like, Christmas ones. I did uninstall it then, but I've told you guys many a times, this game is 150 gig. If I'm not playing it, it isn't installed. Which is probably also a big factor as to why I never get around to it, because it just falls out of my mind. But, things are changing, and touch wood, I don't want to speak too soon, it should hopefully be more consistent now that I get, like, time and the space in my hard drive to stream this. And that is, I've got an external hard drive, and if you don't know how they work on PS5, the PS5 runs every game on an SSD. So you can't actually run games off of your external, because externals don't have SSDs that I'm aware of. But you can still store games in there for much quicker installations. Like, instead of having to install all 150 gig, I copy the data over into my hard drive, and then when I want to play it, I can just copy it back over into the console. And that's basically what I've done. Yesterday, after the Persona 3 Reload stream, I did, like, all the grinding work and whatnot. I probably will go back to it after tomorrow's stream, because I will put this back on the hard drive after tomorrow. But, I put Persona 3 Reload on the external, so then I could make room, because this was already on the external, make room for this and then put this over. So the only games I have installed on the actual console itself are the 3 gachas I regular, Genshin, Honkai Star Rail, and Zenless, and this. Everything else is either PS4 games, so they can run off of the external anyway because they don't require SSDs. Like, I'm playing the PS4 version of Tomb Raider 4 through 6 so I can get the platinums. Or it's Persona 3 Reload, which, you know, like I said, it will just sit comfortably in there, and I can just yank it out and send this back in a couple days' time. So with that said, it means I'm not having to sit like around for like an hour or two waiting for 150 gig to install every time I want to play this fucking game. It only took about 20 minutes to copy it from the hard drive into my console, which means like the odds of me being able to get time to cover this game more often, touch wood, should be more regularly. Because I would like to get this done soon, because I want to start getting ready for Part 3, because Part 3 is very likely going to be out by this time next year. It's seeming more and more likely that it's going to be an early 2027 release. Obviously, Square Enix haven't said anything, so fuck knows, it might end up being pushed more to 2028, but it's very much seeming like 2027 is like the goal. But I digress. Last time we left off, we were in Cosmo Canyon. I haven't played this game in months, so you have to forgive me. I have to, like, shake off the rust again. But I'm off screen. You see, I immediately pressed the wrong button. I went to press L2 to zoom out. I did basically everything there was to do in the Cosmo Canyon region. The only things we can't do across the map is, we can't go back to older regions right now. So we can't do, you know, the rematch against this guy in the Corel region, and we can't go to Gongaga to do the last piece of this quest. Oh, sure, there's some quest shit here you can see as well that we haven't done, but you get my point. But Cosmo Canyon is all done, so I think, I'm assuming we're not doing Wutai in this part. I'm assuming Wutai will be part 3, so I think we're heading up towards Nibelheim now. Assuming they don't separate this, because this might be like a separate space, and then this might be Nibelheim. But we'll have to see. God, I was wondering why I was so eerily silent, and I was like, I guess we aren't doing anything right this second. There we go, there's the music. But I hope you've all been doing well anyway. For those who have been strictly with my channel with Final Fantasy, I'm sorry it's been so long, and it constantly being so long. I have plans Because you guys voted that I'll do Final Fantasy 12 at some point last year. And I do want to do that, but I also want to do OG Final Fantasy 7 at some point. And I have a plan for that as well. Because OG Final Fantasy 7 no longer has its share play restrictions. Have I assessed these guys? I'm assuming I have. I'm assuming past me did think to do that. And so I can cover it. And if it being, you know, a PS4 title, I can have it installed, even though it's not a fucking big install. It's a PS1 game, for fuck's sake. I can have it installed without worrying about it, like, getting in the way of anything else. Like, realistically, moving forward, the only games that will be installed are my free gachas, because, you know, I always play them, and then whatever game I'm streaming. And if it's on PS4, then that just allows more room for other stuff, because then I can just put it on the external. Anyway, we're heading back over here, because we're literally about to leave this chapter to go to the next region. I just wanted to get everything else done first. And, like, fighting these guys on the way back is a good chance for me to kind of get a feel again for things, because it has, you know, been a fucking minute. Oh, you got the weak to win. Whoops. I just kind of went for it.
Let's do this. Just like that, okay?
But I do have it kind of planned out. Like, I won't do 12 and 7 together, because that'd be stupid. But I will probably, just because it will be shorter, do, like, original Final Fantasy 7 before I do 12. And then do 12 later in the year. But I do want to do more Final Fantasies on the channel. My, like, kind of bucket list goal, and it does mean I will have to revisit Remake as well at some point, but I would love to have the live stream playlist for Final Fantasy genuinely have as many games in it as possible. I'd love to one day have all of them in there, but that also requires Square to, you know, do anything with Final Fantasy 13. So I've got 1 through 6 on there. So I plan to put base 7 through there. Right now, just the video of me beating the final boss from years ago is on there. 8 and 9, I will have to find the motivation for, because I have different issues with both games. Final Fantasy 9 I find way too slow, and 8, grinding in that game's weird. There is such a thing as over-leveling, but not over-leveling in a you get too strong. Over-leveling as it makes the game too hard, because the game level scales, and it level scales against you very hard. So it's actually better to try and stay at lower level in that game, and just, like, carry yourself with equipment.
Not that you got a choice, but thank you for choosing Bronco Airlines.
Sid, my friend, you couldn't give us a lift in Nibelheim, could you?
A little far, but not too far, I reckon. The old girl should be more than up to the challenge.
Oh, I can go back here now. Good to know. Can I go back and do those quests then? Hang on.
Prepare to be razzled and...
Well, we got Queen's Blood to play, which, you know, is the most important part of this game. And I also want to see if we can finally continue that quest in Gongaga.
Don't be a stranger now, you hear?
You got it. Fucking, I'm gonna do that a lot. I'm used to too many other games. Oh, I'm looking for, like, something to click on that can warp me there. That snaps. Where's a warp? Oh, I guess right there. Sure thing, Wise.
Now refer to me as Wise 3.0 version 2.0. I was hoping and going to
Sure, I will.
best man or AI claim victory.
Promotion requirements. Oh, so if we win this, okay. Sure, you're on, you fucking steampunk motherfucker. Too early to have you. Oh, that's only so much better. Oh, same idea, huh? That'd be worse, okay. I'm scouting my options a little here. So I gotta get back in the rhythm of this. Boom, boom. I think he's gonna try and take that bottom right card. So he can take center middle. Oh no, he's pushing that way, interesting. Oh, you bitch. It's mine now. Fuck you. I might have screwed myself a little, but, you know, it was worth it just to mildly inconvene him. Yeah, so we tied the top row. I really can't do anything else. Alright, as long as he doesn't, like, take the middle row, I think we win regardless. Like, as long as he doesn't get enough for it, I mean. Because we're still ahead by, well, 12 minus 5, so we're ahead by 7. Okay, never mind. We're struggling. This is a bit more worrying. Now it's now we might need to reset. Yeah, I will take that because he's just gonna put cards down and we're fucked. Alright, it was good for a second. No, I kind of need to cut that top way off if I can help it. He's really going to put a card on top of it just to fuck my... Oh no, he's going down there. Interesting. I thought he was going to try and cut me off at the top. He's going to try and take that back, yep. That's okay, because I can do that. Okay, now unless he has some real bullshit, I think he's fucked. You son of a bitch. He had some real bullshit. I mean, I think we still win anyway, but still. Brother, how much bullshit? How much have you got of this? I should have just put a card in that bottom middle and cut him off. I think, touch wood, we're still okay. Because it's 10 versus, what is that, 26? And that's not going to be enough. Yeah, no. So it's 10 versus 26, so we still win. Unless he has another overlap card just to waste my time. No. I love Queen's Blood. It's been 2 years. Why isn't this a real card game yet, Square? Come on. Why haven't you, like, released card packs and shit for this yet? Oh, right, I forgot, like, we're going through, like, a fucking side quest by playing this card game. I forgot about this. I was like, what the hell's going on?
Why did I open the door? I should have heeded the stories. The warnings. It is an I can't stop shaking. I have to destroy this card. I know that. But still,
This guy's going for a fucking Yu-Gi-Oh arc. It's like, I have to get rid of this card. It turns around, it's the Seal of Orichalcos.
It's too late now. She will not be denied.
Malfunction. Malfunction. Abnormal levels detected. Running search. Complete. Levels confirmed to be a match for Queen's Blood creator Ladrell Balmond. Conducting follow-up search. 2 hits. Mr. Balmont's obituary and a voice recording by the reporter who discovered the body. Preparing voice recording.
I'm currently standing outside the home of Ladrell Balmond, the famed creator of Queen's Blood. Now let's hope he's willing to answer a few questions for us.
What's this smell? It's awful. Mr. Balmond, are you home? Oh my God, I can't believe it. Mr. Balmond is dead. How long has he been in here? It must have been ages. His body is...
The results of the autopsy reveals the cause of death to be starvation. The state in which he was found suggests that he had been playing Queen's Blood without stopping to eat, drink, or sleep.
I found numerous cards scattered on the floor around him, and... Hold on. What's this? That card. It looks like... the shepherd.
The recording breaks up after that. As it so happens, Mr. Balmond was in possession of the world's one and only Shadow Blood Queen card. However, the card was not found in his home, leading to theories that the reporter who discovered the body stole it. The reporter in question subsequently went missing. Unexpected shutdown occurred. System rebooting. Do not shut off power. What was I doing?
What is mysteries and shit? For like a card game?
You in a game of Queen's Blood.
Yeah.
Version update required to secure path to world domination. Thank you very much for playing with me.
Yeah, no worries, dude. We're now a blood tactician.
Congratulations, Cloud. You have attained the rank of Blood Tactician.
Thanks, Chadley.
Speaking of,
When have you lost? Why haven't you
I
lost my
received
number
intel
after all
that
this time? It's been 2
Regina,
years
the
since we
current
started this
agent
journey.
we met on the Shinra 8, is in Gongaga. A clash between two players of your caliber would surely be one for the ages. I can't wait to watch.
Alright, our next fight's in Gongaga. Fucking every time. Can I quick warp over there now? Would it let me? No, I have to actually... Okay. I need to go back to Gongaga anyway to see if I can do that other quest. Oh, actually, can I? No, no, no. I don't think I can yet. No, so can I continue the proto-relic quest here yet? And fucking no. I guess I'll just go shoot myself in-game. So I haven't actually explored this little space, so... I'm assuming when I came here the gate was closed or something, and that's why. But I say that, I can't fucking remember what I was doing back when we was in the Corel region. It is nice to be back though. Every time I play this game, I'm just like, man, this game's great. Why did I stop? And it's like, man, yeah, it's because it's like a fucking gargantuan install. Like, that's one of the things I kind of hope with Part 3, whenever that comes around. It's like, I'm sure it won't be, but Part 3, like, it would be nice if it was a smaller size. I honestly wouldn't mind Part 3 being a little smaller, just to focus more on, like, you know, the main story. Because this is Act 2 of the story. Like, Act 2, yeah, it is the biggest act, so I get it. Well, I said they've made it the biggest act quite significantly. I think I personally, at least, am okay if Part 3 is a little shorter. And a little smaller, like, on fucking install size, obviously. But I think, as well, to some extent, they take a small amount of pride in the fact that this game is, is a PS5 game that takes 2 discs.
Y'all need a lift?
Alright, next we need to go to Gongaga to do the other Queen's Blood that we can do.
Cleared for takeoff.
And then after that, we'll actually, you know... proceed, assuming there isn't another like Queen's Blood thing that we unlock. So I also want to check, is this gate down here openable now? It's not looking promising, but I can at least try. Because if it is, then we can at least clear off a bit more of the proto-relic quest. That'll be a big no. Alright, let's... Oh, I've gone too far. It's like hidden behind, like, the notice board. Yeah, let's go over here. Do this Queen's Blood fight. Also, at some point, I imagine it'll be when it comes out on Switch 2 next month. At some point, there's going to be basically like the turbo mode upgrades that'll be on every version, which is basically like the cheat menu. So you can get like unlimited damage, you can enable God mode, just be like a bunch of things to like turbo destroy the balance of the game if you want them. Like if you just want to kind of like have an easier time with the story.
Cloud, fancy seeing you again. What are you doing here? No, don't tell me. Are you here for a match? I'm game, I guess.
You okay, Regina? You didn't sound it.
Oh, come on. You doing this, or what?
When you win the lane, receive a score bonus to 10. Ooh, I like that one. That one seems interesting. Where's that weird card I got from the last fight we just did? Yeah, here. When played, add a junior to your hand. Oh, right, okay. Now, I will just... This deck's done me well for long enough. I'll just rock this still. Just try and cut off a little bit this early. Oh, interesting. It goes like diagonal down on that one, huh? Will this work? Will this completely cut you off? Oh, okay, guess not. I can take that point back, that's fine. I'm kind of just bullying her, to be honest. Oh, it's over. It's over. I just got to clean up. Yeah, now we win on all fronts. Just to be sure, though. I mean, she doesn't win this top row, so she doesn't get the +10. Oh, she has a card she can play. Oh, fuck. I gave her enough time. I gave her enough time to draw a card that she can play. Not that I think she can do much else here. So, sipping my drink while I wait. Queen's Blood better be in part 3. Actually, it might be wise that they don't have it in part 3, just because then people won't get distracted as much. See, this card, the Maloceros, I will keep that, because that seems interesting. Alright, time for more lore! Let's see how this psychopath went mad of his fucking shadow whatever card.
Let me tell you a story. Once, there lived a queen of peerless beauty and compassion. She loved her people, and they in turn loved her. But one day, a change came over the queen. In the blink of an eye, her love turned to hate, her compassion to cruelty. Fair and beauteous though she remained, her heart became black as pitch. Conquest was now her cause, her subjects mere fodder to feed her boundless ambition. And so her kingdom grew as her people perished. Until, that is, a ray of hope appeared. A sorceress who would be their salvation. The Emerald Witch, they called her. And with her arcane powers, she led the people in rebellion, captured the queen, and put her to death. Yet from the tyrant's body spilled blood as dark as shadow. And from this wicked ichor, the myriad fiends of the world were born. And that is the story of the Shadow Blood Queen. Some call it a parable, a myth, a fairy tale, and I wish it were. But she is as real as you and I. And she is coming. Her resurrection is nigh.
Brother, I'm just here to play a card game. Like, what are you...
She must not reclaim her throne.
Is this why Square Enix haven't made Queen's Blood real yet? It's like, no, we don't want people summoning like the Shadow Queen for fucking real.
You will succeed where I so miserably failed. You are our last hope, Cloud. I await you at the haunted hotel. You must hurry.
The one in fucking Gold Saucer?
Don't mind me. Not been feeling so hot. Hey, Cloud. Do you know anything about the Shadow Blood Queen card? It's the most powerful card in the world. One of a kind. Though, it seems there's a special card that can supposedly counter it. The Emerald Witch. Sorry. Just...
It's all cool, Regina. I need to respond to a text anyway, so you can yap for... Fuck, she finished! No! I need to respond to a text! You're gonna yap for a minute longer? Tell me about your thoughts and feelings, Regina. Fuck! Give me a minute.
How's this? Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Damn, that's bitter.
Oh, that's a punch.
One more.
Slow and steady wins the race. How's this? Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Damn, that's bitter.
Oh, that's a punch.
One more.
Slow and steady wins the race. How's this? Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Sorry, I will be back in a minute. It's an important text I kind of need to respond to. It's to do with family. It's just something that popped up. Like, I saw it during that cutscene, and I was like, fuck, that's important. I need to respond to it. So sorry. Just give me a minute. I'm sorry.
Slow and steady wins the race. How's this? Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Damn, that's bitter.
Oh, that's a punch.
One more.
Slow and steady wins the race. How's this? Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything now, isn't there?
Damn, that's bitter.
Oh, that's a punch.
One more.
Slow and steady wins the race. How's this?
Whoever drinks the most verdant grain gets to set the price for this year's mushroom harvest.
Fine by me. I'll have you know, though, I've never lost a competition.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose there's a first time for everything, now isn't there?
Damn, that's
Right, sorry gamers, we're back. It was something, like, I won't go into it because it's personal stuff, but it was important enough, and I wasn't expecting to get a message about it, and then I saw it in the corner of my eye. You know when, like, before you even read it, you go, ah, fuck, this is important. That was kind of what it was, like, genuinely, like, it sucks, I'm going to end up leading you guys on thinking, like, oh, is he going to tell us? Is he going to tell us? I'm not going to tell you. It is important, but like, my heart, like, spiked for a second there. And I was like, oh no, I need to actually, like, stop for a second. This is important, I need to respond to it now. It is what it is. You can't help these things when you're live streaming. It's something that, thankfully, doesn't happen too much over the years I've been live streaming, but it is just what it is. Like, you know, it's the nature of the beast. You're live streaming, as in you're live. I am here in person right now. You're not watching this, like... Well, if you're watching this in post, obviously it doesn't matter. You can just skip ahead to when I started moving again. But you know what I mean. Like, you can't help life with these things. And like, my whole family knows, like, when I stream and whatnot, like, they're very supportive. And so if they message me during, I know it's important, basically. Anyway, let's finally head over to Nibelheim. You know, nearly 40 minutes into this stream because I got distracted by Queen's Blood. Oh, the tiny Bronco. Can't wait until we can actually, like, fly it for real. I hope in part 3. Because you can kind of influence it a little bit when I do this. But you are very much on, like, a scripted path. But that said, if they give you complete free flight on this world... Oh, shit. You know, like, oh, God. I think that would start stepping into almost too big. I mean, I've already mentioned before that, like, one of the biggest things that, like, I do struggle with a little with this game is that it's actually just too much. You land on a new region, and it's like 1,000,001 things to do. And it always feels like there's just way too much. And for the record, that's a good problem to have. Having so much content is overwhelming, but at the same time, it is overwhelming at times for me. I feel like in the team, like when they were making this, they decided for themselves that no matter what, under no circumstances could they fuck this up. And so they overcooked everything. Trophy unlocked. Stars fell from my eyes for clearing chapter 10. One thing I would like to do at some point, other than getting, like, you know, actual recording equipment, well, I mean, that's kind of my point, is if we get actual proper recording equipment, it would be so you guys could actually see the trophy pop-ups. I've honestly always been kind of baffled that that's not an option for live streaming, to make it that, like, certain notifications that you can pick and choose what notifications still come up whilst you're live streaming. Because I would absolutely make it that trophy pop-ups show up during live streams. Because what do I care? I out loud mention when I get X and Y trophy. Alright, yeah, right, Cloud's going mad because of the black materia, we're getting closer and closer to it.
You okay?
Yeah.
Looks like we're not the only ones headed for Nibelheim. Huh.
I also like that everyone's kind of silently acknowledged that, like, Cloud's losing his marbles, but no one's prepared to actually, like, tell him to stop at this point. They've tried to make him pause a couple times, but no one's prepared to be like, hey, sit this one out, champ. I kind of look forward to... Oh, Odin's on this Ooh, Odin! I kind of look forward to... We won't be immediately in part 3, because to be honest, we're already going to start part 3 in the worst of it for Cloud. But I look forward to in part 3, when we get to the other side of all the big plot twists and everything, when we have Cloud being the real version of him and being back in top form. To see what he's like once he's moved past all of this. Because that was always like, one of my favorite parts of the original 7 was the insane, like, mental breakdown that Cloud goes through, and then seeing the person he becomes when he finally recovers. The only thing is, if I do base FF7, although base FF7 is, not that much longer than Final Fantasy VI in the grand scheme, they're around-ish the same length, if like on a first playthrough at least. 7 base would probably take me longer because there's a lot more like side shit that I'd want to do. And some of that side shit requires a lot of pre-prep, like all the super bosses. Alright, let's have a look at what we're kind of working with on this map. Okay, I didn't want to zoom out that much. There's a warp. There's a tower there. Oh, and this is probably all the, like, the actual Nibelheim city, right? And this is probably the mountain range. So, okay, so this map might not be too big, because I imagine, I said, this is probably, like, the Nibelheim village. So it'd be more... Oh, you can look... Yeah, okay, not this part. So it'd be more, like, if I'm kind of circling it, this space? Maybe these islands down here, kind of around here. Okay, this map might not be too big. And to be honest, if this is the last full map, it makes sense if it's a little smaller, because that tends to be the norm with a lot of game design. As long as it's not as, like, all over the place as Gongaga. Like, Gongaga is probably my least favorite region to explore so far in this game. Just because it's kind of annoying to navigate. I don't think it's as bad as, like, I was led to believe. Like, before we got to Gongaga, because, it'd been a long time. Like, the game had already been out for, like, a year and a bit by the time I actually got to Gongaga. I had definitely seen a number of opinions telling me that Gongaga was a fucking nightmare. And it is annoying, but I don't think it's as bad as people make it out to be. It's just annoying. Once you kind of get a feel for it, you kind of know that, like, if you want to get to A, you need to understand, like, the route there. You can't just go there, but it's just figuring that bit out. And then once you get used to the route, you just get used to the navigation. It's just on that first run, you're kind of like, oh, for fuck's sake, you know? Oh, that's a campfire. For a split second, as I was approaching it, I think it's just from where I played Resident Evil 4 Remake recently. It kind of vaguely looked like a bear trap, and that's why I ran at it, because I wanted to see if it actually was. The best way to find out if something's a dangerous, harmful trap, just run over it.
Kate? Meant to tell you before, but the terminal's probably gone. Nibelheim burned down 5 years ago.
It did. Not to worry, though. The terminal is as snug as a bug in a rug. Because Shinra wasn't about to let that facility burn down.
Meaning the reactor?
Well, that's important too, but no.
I'm no expert on Nibelheim, but what I do know is that it's the only lead we have on that materia. So, not much choice.
Yeah, it's this or nothing. We should get going.
Oh, the music, by the way.
No holding back.
Oh, the music, by the way. Oh, I need to ass these guys. Hang on.
Too bad.
Fire. Okay.
All right. It's on now.
I'll hide you like that.
And I'm going to get beat up a lot readjusting because, I am readjusting, but I'll get there.
This calls for more Yuppie! Roar! That's a good word to describe me. I'm thinking legendary.
Oh, hang on. Yeah, I just saw the Chocobo trail. I wonder what the unique Chocobo for this area was. I think that's something else I've kind of come a little disillusioned with in this game, is that I feel like the unique Chocobos are interesting, they just don't do enough of any of them. I feel like it's like, oh, cool, we can got these ones that can glide, and it's like, hey, you got this little mini game, but you can't really, like, do anything special with the gliding, you know? Like, and I'd say that, like, I imagine a lot of, like, the crazy shit they are saving for part 3, so it's one of those, we'll just see how it goes. I do feel that as a whole, this game is better than Remake, and if you know me, you know I actually really like Remake anyway.
Best do it right.
I always said that Remake was a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 critically, and like 10 out of 10 personally. And I'd probably give this game, I mean, so far, around the same score. But if you ask me which one I prefer this. Like, this game is fantastic. For me, it's more just like the little things I want to see if part 3 can like bring it home, basically. Right, I lost that bird. Where'd it go? Oh, there you are. Oh, is this Chocobo going to be able to swim, perchance? I mean, we can swim as well, but I wonder if that's why there's like little islands and water space. If this is going to be like a swimming Chocobo that allow you to go into like more dangerous or deep waters. Sort of like that buggy that we had in Round the Golden Saucer. I love that this is like the softer half of the game's main theme. Like, we haven't really heard it play yet, because it usually just plays the da 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 da, and not this bit. But the full, like, main theme that plays when you're in the Overworld in Base 7 is, like, 5 or 6 minutes long. And this is, like, the quieter second half that you hear when you're going. So I'm glad they did include it a little bit. Exploiting weakness with pressure. Okay, so if I just... hang on.
Calling ice.
And don't come back.
And reminder as well, after tomorrow, I am taking a bit of a break, just because next week I'm off work. And so you'd think it'd be better to have it then, so I can have a complete reset. But no, I actually want to hit the ground running next week with live streams. I'm not going to say I'm going to stream every day, because fucking we'll see. But I want to do more streams, and I want them to be, like, kind of longer. I want to kind of, like, just have, like, a big explode-out fun week. Especially if it being my birthday next week. The birthday stream will be the day before, because the Genshin update lands dead on my birthday. But as a whole, like, that's kind of how, like, the plan is. Also,
It'd be fun to climb one of those things?
So, on the poll, so far, me getting sent to a house in the woods is winning. I think on tomorrow's stream, I will reveal what they actually are, if people like want to like do their last second change the vote sort of thing. But it will be concluding next Monday. So at the end of the Persona 3 Reload stream we do on Monday,
That's it. Allow me.
I will announce like the winner, and then we'll do that on the Tuesday. Would it say we need to push it? Just enough damage or hit it with wind. Got it.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Is it you that have arrow? Yes.
You're up.
You won't regret this.
Hell yeah. Let's get Big Bird. Oh, I'm being pinned down.
Got this. Now.
Oh, Wind and Vitality leveled up. Nice. Also, kind of recently, I fired up my OG FF7 like save file just to kind of like compare to see how much. And the funniest thing was seeing how little really has changed over the years in how I build my characters. That said, when I go through OG7, I do have my comfort characters that I will be leaning on. Like, I don't try and, like, build everyone equally, like, you know, when you're supposed to. I very much, like, have my characters that I like, and I will lean on them. But, I mean, heck, you've seen me watch RPGs long enough. Or play RPGs, I should say. You've watched me play RPGs. Like, that was a word salad I just kind of fumbled through, huh? But, if you've watched long enough, you know that unless you give the ability to make sure that everyone levels up at the same time, I don't really mix up my party too much. I tend to find my comfort characters and lock in on them. And in OG7, it's Tifa and Barrett up until Vincent joins, and then Vincent tends to replace Barrett. Oh, and a little bit of Aerith, but I don't... Like, it's always been the same way with the kid. The moment I was aware of the twist with Aerith was the moment I, like, avoided using her as much as possible. Because it's like, I don't want to waste time leveling her up if she's not even going to be here for the final boss. You know? Okay, we did kind of skip a lot here, so I don't want to kind of go back to the North Island. That's what I'm going to refer to this. This is the North Island, this is the main island, and then this is just the archipelago over to the side. So I want to go here, check out these spots. This is going to be a more explorative stream, but I think that's fine for... Oh, right, okay. Right. How could I forget? We need a Chocobo if he wants a Choco Explore. I will prioritize doing this then. Is it this way? Really? What gave that away? I know, I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think there's chocobos nearby. You think? Selena. Right, the last chocobo minigame we did was actually kind of annoying as shit. How does this work? Oh, God. Hey, I hope I don't need to do that. That looks annoying as shit. Oh, and you're looking right at me, though, so I can't really, like... Even if it would let me fall down the cliff, I can't really take that. Oh, is it the other way around? It's not about luring the other Chocobo's out the way so we can get to it. Is it about luring it through this, like, balloon cactus field to us? Yeah, okay. This is going to be interesting. Is that close enough? Oh, no, you can see there's like a reticle that appears when it's close enough. Oh, this is going to be interesting. Let's get you a little closer. Oh, checkpoint, huh? Thanks. Oh, I'm going to do that because I don't know if like your tail feathers will touch it. No! Oh, okay, look, you can see there's a red ball and he filled up somewhat, so he basically has HP, that's fine. Hurry up! Attaboy. Or attagirl, it's Selena. Let's move you away from those spikes, and now I can figure out how to do this fucking mosh pit. Oh, I appreciate the checkpoint. The game, even the game knows, like, okay, now this is going to be annoying. Let's, hurry up before you get walled in. I like this one. This one's unique. I'm going to throw another one like a little bit more to the left just because I'm a little paranoid. Oh, no, no, I didn't want to hit in the actual fucking bush. Uh-oh. Relax! Relax! Fuck! Alright, we'll have to wait another cycle, it's fine. Oh, it ran into it, okay. Well, we got a checkpoint like there, but fuck, okay. This is... okay. We're from checkpoint, don't stop me from the beginning. Can't think of a worse fate. Oh, it checkpointed me up there? Oh, you champion, thank you. Oh, that's what I was trying to avoid. It's stuck in there. I was trying to nudge it down more. And then yeah, that'd be our escape. Whilst I've got a second. Please don't hit it. Yes, go. Go, my child. I think that's good. Hey, man. I like that one. Of all the mini games we've done to get trigger moves, that one's actually one of the better ones. That one was fun. Alright, is your gimmick what I think it is? Does this allow us to swim? Or swim faster? The feathered wave runners. Yeah, that very much sounds like a... But it's able to hold L2 to launch yourself high into the air with a trucker jet. Note that you can also use a stunted version of his ability whilst on land. Oh, yeah, they really weren't kidding about stunted, huh? I imagine this is the last region of like this game, assuming they don't treat like I'd be very surprised if we go like Northern Crater. I mean, actually, no, we do technically go to Northern Crater, so we head towards like the City of the Ancients, but I don't know if they'll make that a full map. We'll have to see. Can we like pop these like balloon fruit things? Let us go, my children! Alright, everyone off the blues. Oh, actually, maybe we do need them. Oh, okay, so you can only do it if there's water beneath your feet. Ah, okay. A right idea, just a little off. Hit there. And up we get.
Want to check out that tower?
Focus.
It's Gorgon.
Too bad.
I wonder if some of like the real like weird ass random enemies of like this will show up. Destroying their jaws when they use a poisonous haze will interrupt their attack. Okay.
Let's do this. Here it comes. Get ready. It's over. It's on you.
About damn time. I'm gonna make you regret. Suck on this. How'd you like that?
How you like this?
I'm counting
Here
on
we go. That's good to go.
Guess it's my turn.
Come on.
Bring in the heat.
Also, do I not have like? Why don't I have point blank on my fucking like quick command? I might have to change that. Point blank is great. I kind of do want that on my quick command if I can help it. Oh, hang on. I can see why I made these choices, though. But I know we're getting near to the end of the game, because this is what, chapter 11, and there's 14 chapters. So we have to be making, like some good headway on all this. So I don't know how long today's stream's gonna be. Tomorrow will be a longer one, but, like, today is kind of more focused on, you know, getting back into the feel of things. Oh, one of the fucking gates we need is on one of these little islands. And because I've got work later, any exploration I don't do today, I won't do off screen, so I just won't have the time. Because I usually tried, like, well, I say usually, since we came back to it late last year, I was making a point of, oh, my trigger is not still here. Off you get, Cloud. Please. There's no, like, quick just let go button. Or if there is, I can't remember it. But I started doing the exploration off because I want to try and get this game done. So I was spending more time when I wasn't streaming it doing the exploration stuff that I would have done on stream, just so I can try and get through it more. Follow the bird. Wow, what the fuck's this demon motherfucker doing here? Oh, just elemental weaknesses, okay.
You're in good hands now. Here I go. I'm unstoppable. How about you show us what you got?
Imagine trying to live in, like, the world of Final Fantasy, and, like, this motherfucker is, like, just something in your day-to-day.
It's on you. About
damn time. Thank you, Yuffie. This is close by. Oh, is it here? Essentially, just get off the chocobo because it's just a big thing that gets in my visual, like, periphery too much.
Shall we have a wee shift, eh?
Oh, never mind. Hey, chocobo. I get it. That's why there's puddles here. You need to use the water jet. Understand. Mount Nebel and the birth of Marco energy. Oh, there's only 2 things here. Interesting, like the Junin region. Oh, Christ. Hey, the intel stuff... no, not the intel stuff. This is that. The Chadley stuff, sorry, with all the combat sim stuff. I've decided, because I really don't give a shit, because there's a trophy for doing all of them, instead of trying to do all of them, Oh, sorry, back's aching a little bit. I'm gonna wait until that turbo mode's unlocked and then just steamroll it. Because some of these are annoying and I don't really fancy doing them. To be blunt, like some of these I look at, I'm just like, why is this a thing? I don't want to deal with that. Bing, bing, bong. And there's a battle thing, like, over here. Oh, Christ. So I might as well try and do this. I saw that question mark. Cosmonite, okay. Oh, there's some big boys over here. Let's go.
Please don't eat me.
What are you guys weak to again? Ice.
Shatter. Gotcha. Here we go.
Try this.
Fuck you for trying. Oh, he got interrupted out of it. He went to try and do something and got immediately stopped. The crowd's MP's looking a little... So I think before I do the combat thing, I'll go actually rest at the post so I can get that back.
Ready? Let's go. Try this.
Oh, I was hoping that there'd be an attack on the top list. I was going to click something. Whoops. That's fine. Alright, let's go over here and rest on this. And then we'll see what the combat challenge is. That'll be the real wake-up call to see if I can shake off this rust. And I know I've got plenty of cushions. I have 22. Yeah, I think we're fine. Did anyone else just stand over here while I took a seat? Bruh. Okay, no, it immediately loses connection. You have to have... Okay. So we need to find a way in. Oh, P down? Okay. I don't think this is correct. I just wanted to break all the boxes. No, this isn't a correct route. I just don't think it is. Oh, this looks promising. mean, this isn't what I was expecting to find, but I'll take it. And it's probably the easiest 3 chests of these areas we've ever had. They're all, like, right fucking here. What do you mean? Oh, I see. No, 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 get up there. You... There we go, Christ.
We're in monster territory now.
Pressure, stagger, and then defeat them. Okay.
Gorgon variant detected. Commencing guidance protocol.
I got your number.
Destroying its jaw with petrifying missile. Oh, it can petrify? Oh, okay.
Deal with that.
Move, Barrett, move!
You won't regret this.
If I got to go.
From a staple of the Disgorgon's diet. The toxins properties and are dictated by the type of insects consumed. This variant is capable of parasites, prey. Caution is advised. Nevertheless, unless it's dangerous to occurrence.
Gotcha.
Updating intel.
I need to do, like, the Petra whatever. I also need to live long enough for it to see it to do that. Come on.
Calling ice.
Okay, we didn't get it that time, but that's fine.
All right. Let's do this.
It did just do enough damage to its jaw, so I think instead of going for spells, like I'll try and get like an Infinity's Edge off, assuming I live long enough to try.
It's over.
Yes, there we go. And then we should get the stagger, and then from here get the kill. Touch wood. At least I hope we'll get the kill. Uh-oh.
Shit. Want some more?
No beat can stand against you.
All right. Watch and learn. You're up.
Here I go. Now.
Cloud, cross slash it. We need it dead. It's still not dead. Dude, we need it dead.
Something or other.
Also, did she say abracas something or other? Oh, Yuffie.
I suspect it wasn't much of a challenge.
Okay, that one wasn't too bad for our first rodeo. Like, back in the saddle. I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this. I want to explore over here, but I also want to, like, kind of... Then we go to here. This will probably be the best bet. And then just go north. What's with this, like, kind of like... Damn, you... Okay, the, like, power, like, glide is definitely a power. Damn, you just move. Oh, this is going to be later on. This is absolutely going to be, like, the end of a quest line, like, arena, then. Because there's always one end of a quest line, like, extra, like, events fight you get. Extra hunt. This will probably also, to be honest, be a shorter stream anyway, just because, to be blunt, I'm tired. Last week took a lot out of me, and knowing that this is like the last week of work before I got some time off, if you work and you have time off, you know exactly what I'm talking about when I say this. You always just feel like an extra level of like tiredness because you know you're nearly there.
Seriously. It's on now. Here it goes.
It's time to play Rebirth again. I mean, yeah, I was talking about at the start, but part of the reason why I did is I've got an external hard drive now. And so this game, I installed it onto the external, which takes away a lot of the issue I've had with storage space. What external hard drives don't have SSDs that I'm aware of. So I can't play this game off of the external, but it means that when I want to play it, I don't have to wait 2 hours to install 150 gigs.
Not looking good.
You know, I can just kind of just like spend like 10 to 15 minutes copying the data over into the console and then just play it. So it became infinitely more accessible for me to play it more regularly. And also, it's very likely that Part 3 is going to get announced somewhat soon, so I kind of wanted to get back in the rhythm of it, because, you know, this game's been out for 2 fucking years and I still haven't finished it.
All done.
Also, welcome, hope you're doing well. We're on chapter 11 of 14, though, so touch wood, we should, like, we'll get it done soonish. So I'm going to be streaming this today and tomorrow. And then I'm taking a break from streaming for the rest of the week, so I'll be back next Monday. Yeah, but Remake lost me. Oh, I know, Mr. fucking whatever your dumb score was. No offense, but your score was like... I remember you telling me your score was like turbo low. I love these games. I said Remake, like, I don't do scores, you know, but Remake was always like a near perfect score. It just had some small, like, little things that bugged me that I hope they addressed in this one. And they have addressed them in this one. The trouble is, this game is gargantuan, and so in the mix there are other little tiny things. You know, it's not stupid.
Slumbering within the Nebel sanctuaries is Odin, the patron knight.
Yeah, Odin's this region.
He rides in from the land of the dead, astride his steed Sleipnir, claiming the souls of fallen warriors as his own.
Oh, do you want me to go up there? Okay.
Or so the story said.
It's not denounce quality. Yeah, except this game is also super high quality. To everyone that isn't you. But you know what joke I'm about to make. We've been over this many times before. I've long since learned to kind of just take how you see certain games with a pinch of salt. Because your 3 out of 10s are actually like 7 out of 10s, and your 6 out of 10s are usually like actual like 9 or 10 out of 10s. I've long since got used to that. And that's not me taking a jab. I know how you fucking work, dude. I've known you long enough. I thoroughly love this game. My only problem with Rebirth is honestly too much. Which is a good problem to have, but it is still something. If this game has so much shit to do at all times that it's overwhelming at times. Oh, you're just getting ready to fucking grab a gun. Hey, no, don't do it. Ah!
Let's try that again.
But I'm very excited to see what they do with part 3. After nailing part 1 and expanding like a 2-hour tutorial into like this 60-hour epic, with the only real downside being there's like one chapter that was kind of unnecessary, and air combat being a little wonky, and then this game coming in and like actually making Final Fantasy VII's world feel so fucking well realized. for, like, you know, what was a PS1, a very fucking ambitious PS1 game back in the day. So the only, like, issue is that, like, they almost nailed it too much. OG FF7 also had a shit ton to do, but it was also a PS1 game, and so exploring the map, you know, the overworld map took 2 seconds, whilst this is a full map. There's an actual, like, big-ass map. It's so fully realized. It's like, oh, okay, there's, like, 10 things to do, like, in this one room. Cool. This one room is also, like, the size of my house. Whilst in OG FF7, a whole country would be, like, the size of a bedroom, you know?
Try this. Nothing to it.
See, because if we're gonna do, yeah, but my point is, when it comes to your scores specifically, I know from your scores what games I will enjoy, and it tends to be the games that you are like viciously, aggressively, overly like negative on tend to actually be games I just enjoy. And there's no easier example than the 2 or 3, whatever you gave this game of remake. Not this game, remake, sorry. Meanwhile, like, me and, like, most of, like, anyone who's ever played a Final Fantasy game is like, nah, this game's like an 8 or 9 out of 10 at least. The only issue with remake was literally, like I said, air combat, and it was a little bit too bloated in one chapter. With that chapter where you go back to the sewers, you don't do that in the original 7, and so it felt kind of weird that you do it in remake. It's like, why do we come back? You know, it was like, why are we back here? What's the point? Fuck. Did I get it? I think this one is miserable. No, it really isn't. The amount of people I know have like played on their first time, I had a great time with it. There are so many games that I love that you hate, that I would love to see how you play it, like be a fly on the wall in the room how you play it, because I can't shake the feeling that like I would watch you play and go, yeah, no wonder you hate it. You just didn't like what the fuck's going on here, you know? The easiest example would be of how many times like there was a point, especially in the early days of Atelier, where I would find my own way through like an Atelier game, and it would be completely different than what you did, and you'd be like, oh wait, I didn't think you could even do that. And I'd be like, well, yeah, I'm experimenting with shit, and like you would just tell me your reason, your like answer to a combat situation was just stock up 1 bomb and stock up 1 of like the elixir and then just spam the shit until you burn through it. I was like, that doesn't sound fun. And you go, yeah, but it works. You're like, the only like real thing that's like I think can hamper your enjoyment a little bit is the fact that this like the remake, it's not a remake in the traditional sense. It's a remake of the timeline. It's a sequel to the original. But even then, if you're going to tell me not playing the original 7 makes remake bad, no, remake is a really fun, perfectly fine game in its own right. It's just certain things in the story kind of go over your head, I feel, if you haven't experienced the original 7. Okay, so this is all this space cleared out. There's another expedition thing there. So where's the proto relic for this region? I mean, assuming there is one. We are kind of late game now, so they might be like starting to. If you can actually believe it, they might actually be toning some things back now. So this is beating bosses. Yeah, but is it fun to just use the same one, like 1 or 2 items in a game that has like, especially some of the later Atelier games, like fucking hundreds of options? You know, like, the most fun I had with the Dusk era was when I was messing with, like, the time bomb shit. And, like, you could, like, really, like, affect how enemies get to act and how they react. And things like that. If I just, like, use, like, the Omega Bomb and just beat the crap out of everything, I don't think I would have enjoyed them as much. And that's coming from someone, you know, didn't really like the third Dusk game anyway. Like, guide smites, like, I don't worry about guides until, like, after I finish the game. Unless it's something very urgent. Because I'd rather the first experience be me enjoying it. And experimenting and figuring things out. Run on your Dawnhammer? Yeah, the difference is, I didn't follow a guide to find the Dawnhammer. I made everything, experimented with it, and then found success with the Dawnhammer. I learned from my own experience, experimented with my own experience, and came to my own conclusions. I didn't just follow a guide, cut out the busy work, and then strip myself of the fun of learning. That might honestly, to be blunt, just be a fundamental difference in how you and I enjoy media. Which is, for the record, that's not wrong. If you have your way, you have your way. I'm just saying, like, for me, a big part of my enjoyment in games is when I get to just fuck around and feel it out myself. You still spammed the thing I spammed? Yeah, but we got there in different ways. If you got there from reading a guide, you robbed yourself of the experience of learning. I got there by learning, by fucking around, seeing all the other little quirks the game has. And all the equipment has, and then getting to that result. And even then, you're only using Rise of 1 as an example. Are we really going to, like, ignore, like, how, like, every single Mysterious game, you made a point of constantly reminding me of how different your playstyle was from mine? And yet, I still beat all the games. But I digress. I'm getting off point here. My point was that this game is genuinely very good, and same with Remake, and it's a shame that you didn't really vibe with it. If it's not your thing, that's fine. I just think it was a shame that you didn't get to vibe with it. Because I feel like if you could find your connection and click with it, you would have really, like, understood why people obsess about Final Fantasy VII so much. And maybe you will whenever I cover OG7. You'll see how, like, fucking deranged the last act of OG7 is. You'll be like, what the fuck is this? They were cooking this in 97? You'll be like, yeah, sir. What's written? Like, nothing prepares you for finding out that the reason why there's only one dungeon in the third disc is because half the attacks play full-on, like, FMVs. Like the final monsters of the game do. And you're like, what do we do? Why did they cook so hard with, like, the endgame attack animations on bosses? Why does Sephiroth's ultimate attack play a, kid you not, 2-minute cutscene of him summoning a meteorite that blows up half the solar system before it reaches you? Like, why did they go so fucking ham in 1997 just for the final boss, like, gauntlet? Throwing weird lol. The point is, I get that no game is for everyone. What I struggle with getting is how you came out of it that negative, because this is one of those. I don't, please don't take this as me trying to, like, undermine your opinion. I don't mean it like that. But this has always felt like these games I've always kind of felt like, if you don't understand and don't enjoy them, what are we doing here? You know, like this, like the Final Fantasy VII Remake games are quintessential action RPGs. If you're not enjoying them, the genre, why are you here? You know? And then obviously everyone's also always entitled to their opinion, and you're allowed to not like shit. But that's always what it kind of feels. It's like when people don't like, you know, like certain, like Devil May Cry, and like they play Devil May Cry 3, and they just come out of it not enjoying it, and it's like, hey, this is a very quintessential character action game. And then after DMC 3, they go, oh, I'm going to play Bayonetta. It's like, what are we doing? It's clear you don't like this genre. What are we doing? What are you going to play Metal Gear Rising next? You're not going to enjoy that either, buddy. You know? The boundaries as a streamer. Oh, but you know, as like, in contrast with me, I am very much I know what my... I'm very experimental, as you know, but I also know my lane. You've seen how many times I've just taken a gamble and played something completely out of the boundary of what I usually play. But equally, I know my boundaries. I know tactical RPGs are not my cup of tea. That doesn't mean I think they're bad. I think they're wonderful games that have their own audience. I'm just not a part of them. I wouldn't ever score them because I wouldn't have any kind of helpful commentary on the matter. And if someone went, oh, you should play this one, you'll think it's a 10 out of 10, and then they force me to play it, no, I probably wouldn't like it either. Because I'd just be like, oh, for fuck's sake. But I wouldn't come out of it giving it a 2 out of 10. I'd just be like, hey, look, you know what? I'm sure it's great. Not for me, though. I'm good. But then that also, I understand, fits into my negative feeling towards scores in general. I don't like how definitive and all-encompassing scores tend to be when I feel like there's always more nuance in the conversation, but that's always been a me thing. I hate fucking scores. I'd rather explain why I recommend it and why I do or don't like it than just say, hey, this is an 8 out of 10. I feel like there's more that can be said. That's why, like, when I, like, review any game, Chocobo, wait, let me catch up to you. There we go. Like, anytime I, like, do a review, I never give a score. I, at the end, just say, hey, I liked it, I had these little things. If you liked what you heard from this, why don't you try it? But giving a definitive number can be so damning, even if it's a high score. Because it's like, oh, yeah, this phenomenal masterpiece game of the year contender is an 8 out of 10 because I had these 2 nitpicks. And this game that is pretty fun, but has a lot of problems, and certainly isn't going to get anywhere things. I give it an 8 out of 10 because I really liked it. It's like, they are not the same game. There is more nuance in the conversation you can give both of these 2 games instead of just saying they're about the same in, like, terms of, like, quality. You not enjoying Persona 5 will always be the funniest thing to me. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, I hold against you, like, in, like, such, like, joking, obviously, but in such, like, a vicious, like, this fucking guy kind of way. But Persona 5, I just laugh. Because, like, Persona 5's that game where I love Persona 5. There's never been a day in my life where I've gone, no, that criticism's not valid. Like, anytime anyone criticizes anything on Persona 5, I'm like, yeah, I get it. Like, Persona 5 just makes me laugh. Like, I love that game. It has got some fucking problems, though. It's a nitpick. Well, yes, then explain your nitpick. Don't just put it down to a score. That's my point. Explain yourself. Like, my frustration is scores. I hate scores. I'd rather you explain yourself. I dismiss my own nitpicks, but that's because I'm a content creator on the internet, and it's funny to be like, ha ha ha, I'm stupid. But, you know, like... But that's me dismissing my own nitpicks, because I'm not going to try and take that away from someone else. That's different. I'm trying to make content, so I'm having more of a laugh. I raise an eyebrow when people just, like, give very, like, strict scores. Oh, this is going towards... Yeah, this is going towards Nibelheim. I don't want to do this yet. I'm not going to drop that bombshell on Cloud that his home that he saw burn in a fire is actually still standing. My big thing with Persona 5 is, I think Persona 5 is genuinely a great game. However, you can see the immaturity in places of the writing team, and you can see where, if it was, to be honest, not a mainstream, a niche title, it would have still found a more comfortable audience that would have taken it for what it is. But the fact that it exploded into the mainstream put way too many more eyes on it that were more judging and could bring some of, like, the bigger issues to the spotlight. I'm not saying it exploding in success is a bad thing. No, not at all. It's hard to put into words accurately. It's more like Persona 5 was always kind of like a fun teen fantasy about overthrowing the evil adults, and then it exploded into a market of adults, and the problem started there. You know? General field of scope. In detail. Yeah, but like, my biggest thing is that I feel like you can still do all the details and explain all your nitpicks and do everything else without then afterwards, like, condensing it to a number. I feel like you can just have that stand on its own and then have the people who are watching take that into perspective when, like, you know, whether they play it themselves or just watch it to figure out whether it's something they want to play, or if they have played it, see other people's perspectives on it. The moment it's just a number, it, like, I don't trust the internet with just score numbers, because they treat 7 out of 10s like they need to be murdered. Oh, okay, I can't go any further on that one. But it's just a me thing. I'm not expecting everyone to agree or understand. It's just always been a me thing. I don't like scores. I would rather just the explanation and then whether like a soft or hard recommend or not recommend afterwards. Not a numbers this, numbers that, numbers this. Like, fuck that. But like I said, I completely understand. That is just a me thing, so I don't take it to heart too much. But it's why I don't do scores. In all my review videos, easy example being like, you know, the start of this year, like all the Five Nights at Freddy's stuff, there was never a point in any of those where I said this game is this much out of 10 or anything. I said that the first, third, and fifth game are easy recommends, and I think you can find fun regardless. Whilst 2, 4, and 6 are more niche and more require you to go in with a fine understanding to get the most out of them. Because if I gave them scores, they would be all over the place. You know, like, it would be weird. In a number of thematic aspect, like, there's everything I like, but my scores are about the intent versus execution, like, most of the community, but I'd rather play 15 than 7 Remake. And which is funny, because 15 is, like, the most infamous example of not being able to commit onto anything they wanted to do. It's the reason why that game had so much fucking DLC, because they literally did not get to make what they wanted to make the first go-around, because the technology wasn't there and they ran out of budget. And 15 is also important, because if 15 wasn't what it was, Final Fantasy VII Remake and Rebirth straight up would not exist in the state they're in. Because it's the same team. They took everything they learned from Final Fantasy 13-3 and applied it to 15. But 15 had problems that they just couldn't get around, and so instead of, like, slamming their head into a wall, they went, okay, let's try and figure out how we can get around this. And so they lowered the scope and made Remake, which is why Remake isn't immediately open world again. And then by lowering, like, the scope, they could then practice and learn the mistakes they learned from 15, and then more properly reapply them back to this game, which is why this game's open world feels so, like, complex compared to something like, oh, I see what we need to do, like 15, where before the DLC, 15's open world map was fucking empty, brother. Like, like you were just like running around or hopping in the car.
Here I come.
More enjoyable characters. I heavily disagree. Better music, fucking okay. Okay, the music I will give you a pass on, because 15 had the advantage of its DLCs as well. There was like 6 different composers involved in FF15 through its guest composers as well. So 15 does have, by nature, more variety, because it had more people put their own twist on it. And Yoko Shimomura is a national treasure, so the fact that she got to make the main chunk of 15's soundtrack is... mwah, like, I'm so happy for her. It was like her biggest dream was to make a Final Fantasy soundtrack, and she got to make one. It's like, hell yeah. But no, if you ask me what soundtrack I prefer, no, it's Remake and Rebirth. And I don't even have that much nostalgia bias, because it's not like if they remade 4, that would be a different kettle of fish. My nostalgia bias would outride so much. I don't have that much nostalgia for 7 because I played more 4 and 10 when I was little. My nostalgia bias begins and ends in Aerith getting stabbed. and saying you prefer something over Sephiroth is like... you can have your preferences, sure. But Sephiroth, unfortunately, for better or worse, falls into an all-timer. And not just because, you know, he is super popular and whatnot, but because he literally is the reason why anime swordsmen exist in video games. And that's not even a remote exaggeration. He is quite literally the reason why Virgil exists the way he does in Devil May Cry 3. Like Final Fantasy VII, people, like, underestimate it nowadays because, you know, it's been... fucking nearly 30 years now since Final Fantasy VII came out, but people, like, forget how much of a cultural juggernaut Final Fantasy VII was when it came out, and how so much of the industry today straight up would not fucking exist if it wasn't for 7. And you're never going to be able to shake that from people, and it's why Sephiroth is, you know, the video game final boss of all time. He is the guy, you know? A mysterious side. I mean, they lean into the mysterious side of him more in Remake over the original, but also in the original, that was part of the point, because once again, he was the first, the mysterious evil bad guy that you don't know much about until you get to him. He was the one that exploded that trope. He was literally like, people going, oh man, not another fucking mysterious background villain who's ominous. Didn't Guts come first? In the anime sense, yes. In video games, Sephiroth. In terms of manga, no. Yeah, like, obviously there are other things that came first. In terms of the video game space, no. No one was doing Latin lyrics for their main villain before Sephiroth. Or if they were, they just didn't catch on in a way so that they got remembered in the cultural zeitgeist. That's just jingling key garbage. Yeah, in your opinion of someone who doesn't like it. To the rest of us, though, no, Sephiroth is a fascinating villain because he's not the fucking villain. And it's the fact that you're set on this long, like, goose chase mystery trying to hunt him down. You know he's trying to get access to the Ancients' power, but you don't know why. You don't know why this meteor is coming towards the planet, but you know Sephiroth's probably got something to do with it. And then finding out that it's actually all just Jenova instead is part of the excitement, because the big twist, spoilers for part 3 by the way, the big twist is that Sephiroth's dead. We already killed him. He's gone. Everything's been Jenova, the alien from literally outer space that has been pretending to be Sephiroth, knowing damn well that it would lure Cloud along because Cloud has a vendetta against killing Sephiroth at all times. And because Cloud's memories have been warped beyond recognition, he doesn't know he killed Sephiroth. Because that was before Hojo got a hold of him and put him through like 1,000,001 science experiments. And the fact that, like, all you end up doing by trying to stop Sephiroth and, like, inadvertently stop Jenova, even though you don't know you're doing that, is instead feed into Jenova's grand plan and then resurrect Sephiroth in the heart of the planet, in the actual core of the planet, where he's literally just, like, a top half of his body. The bottom half of his body is just tree. And it's a double entendre twist, because you get the first twist that Cloud's memories are fake, and that he thinks that he was never actually involved in the Nibelheim incident whatsoever, and it was all Zack that actually fought Sephiroth. And then you find out that, like, no, although that was true, he was still there. He just wasn't the big warrior he was there, and he was the one that ultimately killed Sephiroth. Because Sephiroth stabbed Cloud in the gut, lifted him off his feet, and Cloud pulled himself down the blade until he can get his feet on the ground, and then lifted up Sephiroth whilst he was still holding onto the handle, and swung him back off the fucking cliff. And it's like, oh my, Cloud! Damn! But like I said, Final Fantasy VII is just God tier, and everything about it is genuinely phenomenal. And if you don't get it, that's fine. I hope one day you will. I hope one day you will get the opportunity, whether you visit it another time in your life, whether you play OG7 or whatnot, that you will vibe with it. And even if you don't like it, at least understand why it became the cultural powerhouse that it is. And why this remake was like the biggest fucking thing ever in terms of what could have been announced. People were joking about a Final Fantasy VII remake since, I kid you not, the PlayStation 3 reveal trailer. With the PS3, when they revealed it, they had a big, like, cinematic setup, or basically like a tech demo to show off all, like, the things that the console could do. And in it, they rebuilt Midgard to show off how powerful the PS3 was. And ever since that day, it was the hot topic. It was, hey, when are they actually going to commit to that fucking remake? I wasn't like tactical-based RPGs, yeah. But the difference is, like, I get tactical RPGs. They're just not for me. But I would never turn around and say, oh, they're not as good as people making them, or they're overrated. It's just, they're not for me. And a lot of people who didn't grow up with, like, that era of gaming go, oh, Final Fantasy VII is not that big. And it's like, brother, you don't understand. The games you like in the RPG field literally would not exist. And that's, and like, I wish I could be like, that's in slight exaggeration, or pretend that, you know, some of these other franchises would still have found their footing otherwise. But, like, no, they straight up wouldn't. Because RPGs were declining in popularity and declining in sales before Final Fantasy VII hit the mainstream. They were fading out. And after it exploded, suddenly, you know, Wild Arms was greenlit a sequel, and from the money of the success of Wild Arms, they built Legend of Dragoon. It wasn't gonna get its sequel because Sony before that didn't feel like it was worth investing in. And from investing in it, it exploded more successfully. Trails is in the 90s. No, it hasn't. Why do you always get this model? Trails is a 21-year-old franchise. That puts it in the mid-2000s. It came out after Final Fantasy VII, and very likely also wouldn't have existed without Final Fantasy VII. Yes, there were RPGs before Final Fantasy VII, of course there was. My point is, they were declining in sales constantly, and most of the industry had given up on it. And it was Square that said, fuck it, and committed to 7 instead of chasing the trend. That changed. Sorry, I got a text at the same time. Oh, I gotta do something quickly. My mum wants me to do something quickly. I'll be back. There's your Hero series. Yeah, and like I said, the heat. I nearly said heating because my mum said, "Can you put the heating on?" But my point is, the RPGs, of course, existed before FF7. It's not the first RPG ever, obviously. My point is that all of them were on their way out before 7 came out. They genuinely were. You look at the financial results of them all before 7, they were going. They were fading, and they weren't continuing. FF7 gave a new origin point for all of these franchises, and it exploded the market again. And suddenly, that's why the PS1 is such an a crazy RPG machine, because it genuinely just... FF7 hit the market like crack, sold 14 million units, which back on the PS1 was an unfathomable number.
So what did you think?
Here is name and title.
Not bad.
Yeah, but I'm not... You're changing the subject a little too much here. My point is, people underestimate too much what Final Fantasy VII actually did back in the day. When it actually has a huge influence, and there are many games, even out the realm of RPGs, that straight up just would not exist without it, and people underestimate that majorly. But I'll be back in a minute. I've got to go do something. I'll be back. Right, sorry, I'm back. Today's been a fun one. So it started today when I woke up as a normal day, has turned into 2 separate incidences from 2 different people where I needed to come away for a minute to either respond to a message or do something. Sorry, I'm back. But no, my point to try and get it like together. Yeah, like you said about like the the Legend of Heroes series existing before it. That's not my point. Isn't that wouldn't have existed, the stuff before it. My point is the stuff that came after likely wouldn't have. Because RPGs as an industry, in the same vein as it did in the early 2010s, RPGs were becoming more and more niche and getting pushed to the sideline, and a lot of, at the time, big developers were seeing less and less reason to take the risk and invest in it. And after Final Fantasy VII, a lot of these companies shifted their tune. One of the big ones being Sony. Like I said, Sony infamously, off of the back of FF7, budgeted a shit ton of RPGs. And Japan Studio, the success they made off of... I can't remember if it was Wild Arms 2 or Wild Arms 3 or something. I think it was Wild Arms 2. Gave them enough budget leeway to take a gamble and make Legend of Dragoon. There is a very real chance, if FF7 didn't exist, Legend of Dragoon wouldn't have existed. Because they just wouldn't have had the money. Or if they did get the money together, it could have still been a very different game because they wouldn't have had as much resources to put into it as they once did. Like a drone reminded me 2020 like yeah, it's also why I appreciate, regardless of how some of the fan base it can be, it's why I appreciate some modern turn-based RPGs that have exploded, like Baldur's Gate 3 when that exploded a few years back. You know, like how when Like a Dragon 7 came out and that did a lot to kind of boost the attention rates of people again, or like towards RPGs. Like last year, obviously, Expedition 33 did monumental work in like getting people interested in turn-based RPGs again, regardless of what you think of the fucking game. And you know, like it's why I'm glad those games exist. I don't know if any of them will like be able to hold the same landmark in history as some games from the 90s and early 2000s did. Because like in the same vein, Devil May Cry 3 is kind of the reason why action games are the way they are nowadays, because it redefined a genre that was struggling to find its footing. Or like, I don't know where fighting games would be if Street Fighter 4 didn't come out. Things like that. Like, there's a lot of games from the late 90s and early 2000s that did such cultural, like, heavy lifting to shaping the industry what it is, that, like, it's, like, kind of scary to think about what they would be without them, compared to nowadays, where when there are some games that do absolutely explode and definitely make an imprint on the cultural history, I don't know if, like, they'd ever be anywhere near as big as some of those games from the 90s and 2000s. And the fact that, like, 90% of these absolute cultural juggernauts that, like, shifted the entire industry back in the 90s and 2000s, like, 90% of them are from Japanese companies, like, that's not lost on me.
Check this shit out.
It's on now. Let's do it right.
Like, you know, Capcom, Squaresoft, as they were known at the time. Heck, even Enix, before they merged, like, had, like, Dragon Quest is a fundamental, like, fighting point of a lot of RPGs that are still seen to this day.
Here we go. Here it comes.
Again, Clay Fighter low. Yeah, but fight, like, I know you're making a joke, but, like, my point is, like, before Street Fighter 4 came out, fighting games as a whole were starting to fall into a, well, now what do we do? They were all still 2D sprite based. All of them had like very much, they had their fighting game audience, but outside of that, no one really gave a shit. And then suddenly Street Fighter walked into the scene, and it was like brand spanking, high quality at the time, 3D visuals, whilst also, you know, being a competent 3D fighting game that was fast. Because there were 3D fighting games before it, but a lot of them were kind of clunky jank or niche. Street Fighter was the one that, when the 4th game of that came out, was super popular because it's fucking Street Fighter. And the fact that that was doing the full 3D thing, which at the time, I don't know if it still stands today, but at the time 3D models were actually cheaper than trying to do hand-drawn sprites because you had to draw every frame. And 3D models, I imagine today it's the other way around because, you know, HD models are so fucking, like, detailed, but at the time it was cheaper. Suddenly there was a cheaper way of doing fluid motion animation because Street Fighter literally showed the way. And obviously, like, Tekken existed before, and Tekken has always been a 3D fighter. But Tekken was also, once again, something that fell into a niche. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out, whilst I'm yapping, how do I get to this? I'm clearly not advancing the story today, by the way. In this stream, I will wrap up in probably about half an hour's time. I said today will be a shorter stream because I'm just going to be busy. Even, before I got messages asking me to do X, Y, and Z. I said I had an important message earlier this morning that I had to respond to urgently, which kind of interrupted the stream earlier. And then I had my mum saying, can you? For a moment, which was iconic. That Neo Geo decided to make a Jiminoko Samurai Showdown. Yeah, I was gonna say, I never remember the details of that story, but I was gonna say, isn't Samsho literally Street Fighter inspired? I think also on Neo Geo, one of the Fatal Fight characters is directly inspired by a Street Fighter character. It's like a parody, knockoff version of him, which then Street Fighter responded by making Dan Hibiki. But I don't play enough of the Neo Geo / SNK side of things to really know all that. I was never really a big SNK dude. The only SNK I know is Mai, because she's the big booby lady. Oh, and Terry Bogard, because he's in Smash. No, I knew Terry before Smash, but that's just the easy joke. Oh, and I guess I know Rock Howard, but that's just because I watch Maximilian Dude, and that's his favorite fucking character. We're a big booby lady. Have you not seen Mai in SNK? She literally is the video game big boob lady. It was literally 90% of her character in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't keep up with King of Fighters or any of that stuff to know if that's still the thing, or if that's changed much, but that very much was kind of all I was ever. I was just who the hell is this Chinese lady with the absolute fucking warlocks with the sprite that has her leaning down so her boobs center of her character model at all times.
Here it comes. Here we go.
From Darkstalkers. Ah.
Get ready.
I miss Darkstalkers.
Battle objectives completed. I knew you had it in you. Way to go!
Oh, am I doing these field intels backwards? I don't even realize. I did the fourth one first, and now I've done the third one second. Whoops. Yeah, I don't care. Goodbye. Yeah, I really don't care either, Chadley. You lose this number. I can do a new battle. I can do the Phonian Rondo. Yeah, I know. I can't remember her name, but I know who you're referring to. Oh, this kind of feels like the boundary of the map already. You can kind of see from here, there's nothing down here. I think this map is actually really small. If I try and clean up this, that might be a good stopping point then, because it really doesn't feel like this map's that big. If they ever... There's a few games that I have very long-lasting promises on. If they ever port, I will cover them. Some of them have come real. Like SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom. That came real back in 2020. Was it 2019? It's so long ago now. Or more recently, when Tomb Raider Anniversary, I said I'd drop everything for Anniversary. And I did. I also have that old standing promise of if they won't, but if they ever port Shadow the Hedgehog or make it available, I will not only play it, I'll 100% it on stream. But I'm going to add one. If they ever add Clay Fighters, I will do a stream playing it. To the backwards compatibility. But yeah, I just everybody in people's stream details. Yes, please. Yeah, I will make that a promise. If they ever add Clay Fighters, I'll stream it. Because I've never really sat down and fucked with it. I've always been aware of it, but I've never actually really sat down and messed with it. But Sony have actually been pretty decent at adding PS1 and early PS2 era fighting games to their hardware in the past couple months. So they've added 3 Tekken games, and they added a Soul Calibur. And so it's like they have been kind of like they haven't ignored the fighting game side of things. So it could happen. If they do, listen, if they do it, that'll be my promise. I will cover it. It'll probably only be one stream of me just kind of fucking around, maybe doing the arcade modes and filling out the characters, but I'll play it. I imagine it'll be a while if they are going to. Like, I feel like it's the chances aren't zero. An emulator, but what was it originally on? I want to say it was a. I feel like it was a PS1 title. You're gonna tell me it's like a SNES game.
You're done.
Because the only thing I know about Clay Fighter is a YouTuber I watched uses one of the characters as their like avatar for all their YouTube videos, and it's funny every time. And that's Seer, spelled S-E-E-R. That YouTube channel, he uses like a Clay Fighter character as his like icon for everything. SNES Express. Oh, I missed that bit. Well, if they ever like remaster / port it for any reason, then I will cover it. But yeah, no, that I will add that to the list of like long-standing promises. They really link me. No, I'm saying if they ever did, not that they have. If they ever did, or do you mean the channel? It's just Seer on YouTube, S-E-E-R. He makes really fucking funny like challenge videos, and breaks down a lot of like top-down RPGs. Okay, photo users, but he uses like one of the characters as his like avatar for everything, and uses all of their like sprites to like animate him moving around. If that makes sense. Like, it quite literally is like his avatar. Oh, I'll just put it in chat.
According to local legend, Odin's Zontetsuken is capable of cleaving anything in two, be it the fabric of creation or the time between the seconds.
Right, I'm double checking now. I'm sure that's what it is.
Compare swords, but his might trump yours.
Yeah, I know, Birdie. I was just making sure I did spell it right. I did. He hasn't done it in a little while, but that's because like, if you on his channel, we've like all the people in his chat, myself included, bully him about it. He's been trying to do this one Final Fantasy V challenge for fucking ages, and he still hasn't beaten it, and it's been like 6 months, and it's like, hey, when's the Final Fantasy V video, fuckwit? He's like, I'm working on it. Because, like, when he does challenge videos, he talks about it a lot. His thing is that when he wants to do a challenge video, he wants to make it something that feels impossible at a glance, firstly. And secondly, he wants it to be one that no one else has done. If someone else has done it, he's not interested, because he wants it to be unique. And so when you look at it, you see, like, Final Fantasy IV, and it's like, can you beat Final Fantasy IV with no money, no equipment, and no men? And you're like, huh? Oh, I see. And the funny thing is, he's been trying to do Final Fantasy V's challenge run for so long that he did Final Fantasy VI's challenge run. Like if you look on his channel, the Final Fantasy ones, it does 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and it's like, okay. Okay, square, square, triangle, triangle, circle X, circle X. Oh, it's circle X, not X circle. Yeah, it's circle X, not X circle. Okay. Fuck. My brain's getting fried. Square, square, triangle, triangle, circle X. Square, square. Triangle, triangle. Circle X, circle X. Considering, like, according to that, we're only, like, halfway through exploring this map, I'm assuming there's going to be stuff to the north of Nibelheim going towards the mountains that we can explore as well. Like, I imagine, like, this is Nibelheim, this space, and then there will be, like, stuff up here we can do in the mountains. Because this is only 4, 5, 6 things to do. We've got a lot more than 6, like spots in the intel gathered bit. We got that. I would like to try and get the expedition thing, but let me warp out of here because this is kind of an awkward spot. I'll warp back here. I'll see if I can try and figure out how to get in there. Oh, do we have to... Hang on a minute, I think I got it. Do I have to approach it from outside instead of trying to go upstairs in the middle? Maybe. What's this? What's this little, like, fucking resort area? The Sage's Manor? Historic Secrets of the Elders.
Cloud?
Billy?
Billy?
What are you doing? Like, I'm not in the same mind.
I haven't had much luck at the racetrack lately. Not the good kind, that's for sure. So I came here to train.
Train? Here?
You don't know where you are? This is the home of the Chocobo Sage, a living legend. Surely you've heard of the man.
Oh.
Did someone say living legend?
Oh my goodness. Welcome back, dude. Yeah, he's not gonna be living for much longer. Who the?
You okay, sir?
I am now. Thought I was a goner.
Huh?
Mind telling me who you are? You don't get many visitors out here in the boonies.
This is Cloud. He's a jockey for Gramps' ranch.
I mean,
he is.
I'm a lot more than just
Perfect.
a chocobo jockey,
Go
but
ahead and
sure,
smell.
Billy. Let's go with that.
Pick up the poor boy's slack.
There's this big race at the Saucer, the Gold Cup, and it's coming
Oh,
up
is this
soon.
chocobo racing?
We gotta get in on that. So I came here to bone up. I'm learning all sorts of stuff. See?
Hey, tell me you're not buying this choco dung. Picking garbage out of a pool isn't training. It's manual labor.
I must do my utmost to
You
bring
see it
glory the
too,
glory
right?
of the biggest. No, you're good. What do you make of the situation? The man's not a sage. The sage is the real deal. It is pretty weird.
So weird. Come on, he's just jerking you around.
I suppose I haven't done much to pick up after him.
If you can flap your gums, you can move your gams. Now get on back to your training.
Sorry!
As for you, I know just the thing. One of my chocobos ran off when we put her out to pasture.
Oh, is it the one that I already got?
Need you to find her. Bring her back.
You're asking me?
Her name is Selena.
It is. We already
Ain't
picked
your
up
normal
Selena. Selena was like the
chocobo
first thing we did when we
Loves the
landed.
ocean more than home. The way she makes rolling waves look like solid ground. No wonder she thinks she's the bee's knees.
Please, Cloud, would you mind? Just think of it as a favor for me.
Okay, Billy, I'll do it on one
A bird that runs on water?
request.
I already found
What is it, Cloud? I'll do anything. Quit this job. What?
Selena?
Oh, wow. Okay, the quest auto completed. I guess I did ride in on Selena.
This girl. Skills like those of...
I appreciate they didn't even, like, transition or anything. It, like, hard cut to, can you get the bird? Oh, there's the bird.
Can't I remember? damn it! This is gonna bother me all day. Oh. Aha! There we go. It was Sam and Will.
What?
They were far and away my best disciples. As I was saying, you, Cloud, you may well become as talented a trainer as them one day.
Did I hear you right? Sam? You gotta tell me everything you know about him.
Alright, that dude's like 110. Don't shake him around that much. Billy, calm down.
The Sam guy you taught. You mean Chocobo Sam out of Midgar?
I do, but why do you want to know?
Because me and him, we got history. You see, I'm Will's son.
Well, don't that beat all?
Oh, so you're William Jr., and that's why you go by Billy, huh? Okay.
Those two. They had such a powerful passion, and an eagerness to learn, too. Everything they did was for the birds.
That's not the Sam I know. Sam's a demon. He led my parents to an early grave.
Oh, I mean, yeah, Sam is a bit of a. I remember him from Remake. He was a bit of a cowboy when it suited.
That don't sound like him to me. You sure you ain't got your Sams mixed up? It's a common name, you know.
Only one Sam in this business.
And also, Billy be like, Grandpa, do you know what we're in? We're in a fantasy story. Do you think two people could have the same name?
Then I'd at least have some kind of revenge for what that bastard did.
If there's a character called Billy and there's another character called Billy, that second Billy is William now.
Back to it.
Excuse me?
You heard me. Thought you came out here to learn about chocobos, not to get revenge. Cloud, for your next task, I'll need you to take Selena and gather choco grass.
Oh, I've already been collecting that. Is it gonna hard cut to me giving it in as well?
You kidding me? This fossil's trying to get us to do his dirty work again?
Next month, celebrating my birthday by debuting a VTuber moment a karaoke stream. Oh, that'll be fun. What karaoke songs are you gonna do?
Panacea. I kid you not. It'll cure whatever ails you, and then some. And once I am cured, maybe I'll be inclined to share more stories about the good old days.
He's obviously full of it.
If not for him, then please do it for me. I need to know what happened to my dad.
I swear to God, if it hard cuts.
When I said it grows above water, I meant above. It's called the floating flower.
Oh, fair enough. If I ever did a karaoke stream, it would be like 99% Sonic songs.
30 tufts ought to do.
I already sing Sonic enough.
Cloud, you don't want my death on your hands, do you? Oh, you get your hands on that choco grass? Huh? This all you got?
30? Oh, you old man. Oh, hey, Chadley.
Oh, Cloud. Have you come to brush up on your bird handling?
Yeah, about that. Only thing.
Yeah,
I'm from Shadow the Hedgehog.
I was surprised. Even hermits enjoy a dip in the pool.
No, I actually, I didn't commit to it, but last year, oh my God, Comet? We can get Comet? Oh, it doesn't. Also, Cometeor. They don't want to give you actual meteor yet, but yeah, I'll buy that. Dark side, when dark side is active, increase. Oh, it's literally Dark Knight. It's literally Dark Knight. You boost your damage, but you sap your own health. Got it. But no, I actually went to plan out all the songs I would sing, and I just didn't commit to it in the end. I kind of it seemed like too much effort to set up properly, so I ended up not doing it. I think I had 30 songs picked out across the entire Sonic franchise. Going from the 90s stuff, like Sonic R music, or Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, Sonic Boom, to more modern stuff. The only things that weren't included was stuff that I know I can't sing fast enough to keep up with. Basically like the rap stuff. Like, as much as I love Find Your Flame, I'd only be able to sing along with the chorus because the actual lyrics come at you like at a rate of knots, and I just can't keep up. I've only got all I'm about to do Rockstar 4 Remastered, by the way. Nice. So there's one. But we need another... So I got 10. I need another 20 of these things. Alright, 19. Oh, it keeps tracking the corner now. Good. Trying to think. I'll do this. I'll make that my next target. Because now I know I need to keep an eye out for these guys. I will go do them. But yeah, even if you're not really someone that watches challenge videos, that YouTuber I brought up, Sia, his style of editing and content making, I really enjoy. And so I just always vibe with it. He's funny, but in like... Because, you know, sometimes you get people where, like, they put a bit in a video, like, every 5 seconds, and it's like, yeah, some of the bits are funny, but at the same time, they're not getting through the video at all. No, he does find a good balancing of making sure the video keeps moving, but has bits in it, but the bits are really funny. And the fact that they sometimes they come at you, and he underplays the joke. And because he underplays it, before your brain even processes what he just said, he's already moved on to the next topic. So you go, wait a minute, wait a minute, and then you like get to kind of laugh as you figure it out. It reminds me of like, not as deranged, obviously, but it reminds me of like early Maxor, when Maxor used to talk super quick, before he kind of like started learning how to pace himself. Where sometimes Maxor would throw a joke at you, and he would already be on the next topic before your brain even has a chance to process what he just said. And his Final Fantasy challenge videos, as someone who like knows those games inside and out, because you know I am the Final Fantasy dude in a lot of ways, seeing how he like breaks them and approaches them in completely different ways. Like in Final Fantasy 1, it's like, oh, let's do the game no money. I went, okay, that won't be too bad unless you're playing the NES version. And then he fires up the NES version, and I went, uh-oh. That's what I do, Maxor. I get that. I also like understand why Maxor settled more into his style. He's spoken about it a few times that like the older style of videos he did basically caused him way more stress. Just for the video to end up being kind of short, because, you know, he would rapid fire everything so much that the script would be like a near 2-hour script, and he'd read it so fast he'd condense it into like a 30-minute video. And it became too much. He couldn't keep up with it.
I got your number.
Whilst his slower paced videos allows him to still have humor and jokes, but also allow him to be a little bit more consistent and not rip his hair out. Doing enough damage whilst enshrouded in blue fire will quench the flames and pressure it. While it is not bathed in fire, dodging or guarding against certain attacks will pressure.
They are highly intelligent, to say the least. In fact, there are countless stories of these wolves turning the tables on would-be poachers. We may never get a better chance to study the ways of this clever creature. So go get back to them. But watch out for its friends.
Let's finish this.
What a fight!
I wish there was a way to turn Mai off when you're trying to do the fights. She just yaps way too much. It's like, let me just focus on the enemy.
Can't say I'm surprised.
I do think, he has said before though, that some games, when he covers them, he will do quicker Sonic Talk videos, because he likes to match the pace of the game in the video. It's why, like, the Ultra Kill videos, like, example, come at you at like, the rate of knots. Because even though that was after he started to adjust, those games, well, it's Ultra Kill. That game is infamous for being lightning fast. So if he didn't keep up the pace with it, it would be weird.
Wow! What a fight! Here I go! Let me down!
Taking over.
That hit.
Shit.
think the newer stuff is faster, more refined, more like incomprehensible.
No holding back.
I enjoyed the last video he did. I don't think, I'll agree in the sense that I don't think they hit as some of the derangement of the old stuff, but I still think his videos are good. Oh, this thing is just dodging this fire, huh?
Wow, I almost
Right now. Let's do this. Going all out.
Where'd you come from? Get out of here.
Congratulations! You managed to complete all Intel objectives.
I think my only issue is that it feels like headaches and I don't like it. Oh no, that I get. He does kind of go OTT on like the visual stuff, but I also have kind of like long since accepted that it's just kind of part of the aesthetic he wants to do. He loves over editing. Who am I to stop him? It's not really my cup of tea, but you know, all his videos still do well, so he's happy. So what is it like? What like what does it matter for us? But for me, the only reason like I really kind of gripe with Maxor's videos is that it just feels like a more psychotic version of like a Russian Badger video. And if I want to watch Russian Badger, I will watch Russian Badger, not Maxor, you know? Because Russian Badger also does like kind of silly big talk pieces explaining the game, like will explain the game, but in like a slightly more abstract way than you think. But he's not doing rapid fire like brain rot. He's a man in his late 30s, you know, who's got a wife and kid. And so he takes it from the perspective of like just having a silly fun time with it, but just at a slower pace that's more condensed. And it's like, well, when Maxwell does a slower video, it's like, well, Russian Badger's videos are more detailed, so I might as well just be watching a Russian Badger video. You know? Whilst when like the Maxor videos are going like sicko mode deranged, then it's Maxor. Social jokes. Oh yeah, no. My point. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't mean it in that way. I'm just saying, like, sometimes with some Maxor videos, it makes me just prefer to watch a Russian Badger video. While sometimes that's not what I'm in the mood for. Sometimes I am in the mood for something that's just kind of loud and silly. I love Russian Badger's videos. I always watch his stuff. They're genuinely comical. Okay, how do I get to this last combat arena? Big shout out to when he played Killing Floor and modded the game just so he could make it go on YouTube, because because two of the characters are partially naked, so he modded it so they wouldn't be by replacing the models outright. Just so he could then upload it to YouTube and not have to worry about it. And I think it still got dinged for something anyway.
It's lucky I sharpened my claws.
That's because this is experience. Alright, what are we doing with these guys? Oh, just hit it with weakness to exploit it. Okay. These guys are pretty, like, fast, though. Oh, I need 2 bars for Bizarga. I want to land a Bizarga because it's a bigger AoE, so it's more likely to hit. And also, to be fair, it's not just Russian Badger, let's be real. Russian Badger's script writing is funny, but he also, like, a lot of his friends are really funny as well. When he has, like, the bits where it's, like, just his friends, like, shooting the shit and playing whatever. No, let's be real, some of that's funny as fuck as well. Some of his friends are genuinely hilarious.
Calling ice.
Okay, these combat objectives in this area were really easy, which is really appreciated after both Gongaga and the Corral region were kind of annoying with their, like, extra objectives. Well, this one, it was just assess them, see what it says to do to stagger them, win. We can now go fight Death Harbingers. Cool, that sounds inviting. I'm assuming they're, like, over on the other side. So sorry, I'm going too hard on Maxwell, but he's losing me. I prefer his first entry of his video and his vengeance. I get that. I think this is just the nature of, like, I think give it time, there will still be videos that are more akin to his older style. But I can also basically just... My perspective is that I can take the step back and acknowledge that he clearly wants to do other things and not just do, you know, things like the Revengeance videos or, you know, the Ultra Kill videos or like that first Genshin video that was a lot more off the cuff. He wants to actually explain things other than just make fun of it. Even the game, especially the games he loves. It's why his second video on Genshin is a lot more explaining. He still has quips and jokes, and I still think it's a good video, but it's a lot more explain heavy, whilst his first video is a lot more memes. He's just kind of like he just kind of like does it off the cuff and just kind of shoots the shit. And so I kind of like, I respect what he's trying to do, it's just not, it's not always for me. And so that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, it isn't like how it used to be. It used to be, the moment he uploaded, for me, it was almost like a national event, and I was like, okay, I'm stopping everything to watch it. Whilst now, when he uploads something, I go, oh, I'll get around to it. I still enjoy it, but just not in the same way. There is an audience disconnect. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think the whole time his videos are still doing well, though. Like, yeah, some of his videos, they're not doing, like, the Ultra Kill videos or the Revengeance videos where, like, they broke into the cultural sphere quite severely in their own way. Like, let's be honest, people still reference the, what's your source? I made it the fuck up meme, like, all the time. And there's a huge chunk of people whose only knowledge of Ultra Kill is the Maxor video, so they're always surprised when they actually do play it and find out it's actually a real game and not just a giant shitpost machine. But then, to be fair, he has also spoken before that he is kind of conscious of that. He he knows he's big enough that he can influence people's perception on games in ways that might not always be healthy because of the fact that he's just a shitpost machine. Like, there was a common consensus in a lot of communities of, like, the worst thing that can happen is Maxwell making a video on it because you'll bring a bunch of people that think it's all just memes and won't take it seriously. And Maxwell is conscious of that, so I wouldn't be surprised. I don't think he's ever said anything about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if that also slightly influences why he's a bit more informational about how he handles his videos. To not, like, make people think something is what it isn't or isn't what it is. Like, Outlast Trials is a good example. Like, a few people have done videos on Outlast Trials recently, and it's like, if you, like, watch them, Outlast Trials is not a game for me at all. It's such a weird, like, bizarre, like, overly edgy as hell, like, co-op horror game, but it's part of, like, the appeal of it is how ridiculously over the top it is. Which I think is a shame, because Ultra Kill, as someone who does play it, Ultra Kill is so good. I can't wait for it to hit 1.0. Because after they've spoken about it before, once it hits 1.0, then they'll start worrying about the console release. And the game has controller support already, so setting up the console release is just making sure that, you know, some of the technical things don't get muddied when it moves to a console. Because a lot of people underestimate that sort of stuff. Of, like, how a PC game going to console sometimes can muddy some things mechanically that you need to alter. But I can't wait to see, like, 1.0. I can't wait to see what they do with the Encore levels, because I thought Prelude Encore was great. I thought Limbo's Encore was kind of annoying, but I appreciate what he was trying to do. But I also get the whole point of the Encore levels is that you're supposed to do them after you beat the game, so it's also acknowledging content that isn't out yet. So yeah, of course it's going to be super hard, because Treachery isn't out yet. But Ultra Kill is one of those games I genuinely think anyone can enjoy. You don't even need to play it at the deranged level that people that are good at it are. The game has 2 variants of easy mode for a reason. They want you to just enjoy it. And I think playing it on those easier difficulties is entirely valid. Like, I don't even play it on Brutal. I play on Normal. Because I'm okay at Brutal. I just, like, find it, like, I find like I'm stressing myself out too much when I try to, so I don't. And I haven't even tried the hard bracket difficulties. I forget what they're called. Obviously, Ultra Kill Must Die is not out yet, but the other one that's in that bracket.
It has been said that the land of the dead lies just beyond Mount Ebel. From this belief arises the conception of Odin as a...
But then, hey, if you wanted, like, a Glimmer, a game that is, like, a pretty good... Made by this, like, well, published by the same team, but it's also a pretty deranged first-person shooter, but just not, you know, Ultra Kill leveled. Dusk is on console, and that game's a great time. Did they gate content by difficulty? No. The only gate is you need to S-rank every level in a respective act on that difficulty to unlock the bonus super boss of that act. So if you want to fight Minos Prime, you need to S-rank, or P-rank, sorry, the perfect rank, all the levels in Prelude and Act 1, and then you can fight Minos Prime. And if you want to fight Sisypheus Prime, you need to do the same for Act 2. But you can do that on any difficulty. You can go in on Harmless, the game's easiest difficulty, P-rank everything, and then fight that thing. You can experience everything on any difficulty. It's just enemies have more unique attacks, move quicker, and have... obviously just do more damage on higher difficulties, so they require you to know more the fundamentals to keep up with the pace. And then the game's hardest difficulty that's not out yet, because I think it will come out when the game's done, if I'm honest, just because of what it will probably change. Ultra Kill Must Die. That, I imagine, will, because of the Devil May Cry inspiration in the game's blood, will remix the enemies in the game, which is probably why it's not out yet, because they're going to wait for the whole base game to be done, so they know what endgame enemies they have to work with to then remix into the early game. Okay, circle, XX, square, square, triangle, triangle, circle. Oh god, this might take me a couple. So, da 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 da. So, did I get it? Yeah, but no, Ultra Kill does a lot to respect people who are entering the game at all skill levels. And so they have two variants of easy mode. They have an easy mode for if you want to learn the game and want some degree of kind of like a nudge, but also don't want to be punished for your mistakes too severely. And then they have a turbo easy mode if the game is just overwhelming for you, where it does kind of like look after you and basically make it so you can still die, but it's very unlikely. Okay, is that all of the things for Odin? It is, so I can go... Let's do that. Let's go find Chadley. I'll fight Odin, and I think that'll be a good point to wrap. Just because I said this stream does have to be shorter, because I've got stuff I want to do. Tomorrow will be a longer stream, because, you know, I'm not working. So it'll work out. I'm too short of you, but that's fine. I'll worry about that in my spare time. Let's go do this. Let's go fight Odin. So I'm actually doing something to advance something forward.
I encourage you to pit your skills against this summoned entity, so that...
My main girls, please. My main girls, he says as he puts Barrett on the team. He's one of the girlies now. Alright, what are we working with here? Other than the fact that I need to make sure I don't get hit by his ultimate. Landing ATB commands, evading or inflicting detrimental status effects will put Odin on the back foot, both thrilling and pressuring him. Conversely, taking too many of his attacks will leave him disheartened, leading him to sound the warning and unleash Zantetsuken. Oh, okay, so it's literally just a skill check. Don't get hit too much. You play well, he's happy with you. You play poorly, he hates you. Oh, do I have any pointless status inflictors? Hang on a minute. Hey, Yuffie, do you have status inflictors? Huh. Well, we will just ride this out. If I get destroyed, I might have to rearrange my spells.
How about you show
Yeah. I think that's a good way of handling an Odin fight, because, like, for those who don't remember, classic Odin, the way he worked was the fight was on a time limit, and if you didn't beat him in a set amount of time, he got bored and insta-killed the whole party, and then that was just it, you'd lose. So making it that it's a skill check, if you can give him a worthy fight, he will engage, if you don't, he leaves, and he will just insta-kill you, like, that's cool.
Got this one in the bag.
Don't overdo it. Yeah, I'm coming. Suck on this!
Oh, you don't have any, like, reflective stuff, you just have buffs. Okay.
You won't regret this. Just
Leave me alone.
My turn.
Nearly pressured. Let's go.
Let's finish this. Y'all about to see me get serious. Keep it up. Let's do this.
Lord of the Blade? Uh-oh.
I'm gonna pay you back twofold. You're up.
if you insist. With the do me proud.
Hang back.
So I know I'm not talking much, I'm just like paranoid because this is Odin, and Odin is always a scary fight in Final Fantasy. Ow!
Not looking good.
You just divide the arena? Damn.
Something or other.
About damn time. Stay down, asshole.
I'm your one-stop progress shop. Got you now. Don't let me down.
My turn. Here it comes. Let's go.
Run like a chocobo.
You're done.
How do you like this?
Hell yeah, great damage.
Run like a chocobo.
New weapon?
Brace yourself.
Temporal imprisonment? Excuse me? Excuse me? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Oh, he cast stop. Uh-oh.
If you insist. Break through this.
Jesus. Ooh. Hey Cloud, we're in trouble. Yuffie's down. And I don't know if either of us have a resurrection, like a revive. Because we can't use items during this. We do not. All right, you and me, big guy. Help! Help! Oh god, he's about to use Zantetsuken. Help! 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 Oh god. Okay, hey, this might be game over. Hey, reprieve! Aren't you glad that I have reprieve active so I survive on 1 HP, but that should have ended it? Please end the fight. Please end the fight. Please end the... Thank God. I did not deserve that victory. We take those. That should have been a loss, but I'll take it.
Besting Odin, you've done the unthinkable. A single mistake could have spelled certain doom.
Oh, Chadley. It did.
With his mighty Zantetsuken, this master of the blade
what? That is not how you pronounce that, Chadley. What do you mean? It's Zantetsuken. You overpronounce it because it's the impact of it. Alright, I'll take Odin, and I'll just kind of shuffle it down. So you take Bahamut Arisen. He takes Alexander. Aerith, it actually makes perfect sense for you to take Phoenix, actually. Red, you take Kujada. T, take Titan. And Kate, you know, I don't really give a fuck about Kaichi. You keep Ramu.
Anything else I can do for you, please let me know. I'm always happy to help.
Yeah, sure thing, dude. Whatever. Let me get out of here. I need 2 more Choker Grass. But I think I will save and call it there. So I know it's a short-ish stream to get back into the rhythm of it, but we'll hit the ground running tomorrow. Nearly 62 hours. Oof. But I wanted to kind of get back into the rhythm of it today, so that's why today is a shorter stream. And then tomorrow we will like do story and go all in. But regardless, as always, thank you all so much for watching. I know I didn't get really anything done today, but once again, this is the problem when I don't play it for months on end. I have to get back into the rhythm of it. But tomorrow that'll be like, we'll do all story, we'll do like the Nibelheim story arc and all that. But regardless, thank you all so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already. It genuinely helps the channel grow. Additionally, you can find my Patreon and BlueSky in the description of every single video. But until then, you guys take care now. Peace.